He looked toward the sky. Dark clouds had suddenly gathered, covering the bright morning sun. A cold wind swept through the forest. Even the leaves stopped moving. At last, Dibia Magbuka turned to face the two old men. "What I have seen is heavy." Pa Agbo's legs became weak. "My daughter, is she in danger?" The Dibia slowly shook his head. "The danger is not only for your daughter." He pointed his staff toward Umuoha village. "If nothing is done, many hearts will continue to break because of her." The two old men stood frozen. "But," Dibia Magbuka continued, "before I speak further, Adamma herself must come here." Pa Agbo stared at him. "Why?" "Because some truths cannot be spoken behind the owner's back." Silence filled the sacred forest once again. The journey had only just begun.
The two old men left the sacred forest in complete silence. Neither Pa Agbo nor Ogbuagu spoke as they walked along the narrow footpath back to Umuoha. Each step felt heavier than the last. The words of Dibia Magbuka echoed in their minds. "Bring Adamma herself. Some truths cannot be spoken behind the owner's back." As they entered the village, a few women fetching water from the stream noticed them. "They have returned from Dibia Magbuka's shrine," one whispered. "I wonder what he told them," another replied. The gossip spread quickly through Umuoha, but Pa Agbo ignored every voice until he reached his compound. Adamma was sweeping the compound when she saw them. She smiled. "Father, you have returned." Pa Agbo forced a smile. "Yes, my daughter." She immediately noticed the serious look on his face. "Father, is something wrong?" Pa Agbo sat on his wooden stool and remained quiet for a while. Finally he spoke. "My daughter, Dibia Magbuka wants to see you." Adamma stopped sweeping. "Me?" "Yes. What have I done?" "I do not know." She became afraid. "I have never offended anyone." Ogbuagu stepped forward. "My daughter, do not be afraid. The Dibia only wants to speak with you." Adamma looked from one elder to the other.
She could see they were hiding something. After a long silence, she nodded. "If that is your wish, father, I will go." The following morning, before the first cock crowed for the second time, the three of them began their journey. The morning air was cool. Drops of dew rested on the green grass. The village was just waking up. As they approached the sacred forest, Adamma suddenly became uncomfortable. The deeper they walked, the quieter the forest became. No birds sang. No monkeys jumped from tree to tree. Only the sound of their footsteps could be heard. Soon they arrived at Dibia Magbuka's shrine. The old Dibia was already standing outside as though he had been expecting them. He leaned on his carved staff and looked directly at Adamma. For several moments he said nothing. Then he smiled gently. "So, you are Adamma?" Adamma bowed respectfully. "Yes, Dibia." "Come inside." Inside the shrine, several oil lamps burned quietly. Bundles of herbs hung from the roof. Calabashes, carved wooden figures, white chalk, and cowries surrounded the room. The Dibia drew a white circle on the floor. "My daughter, stand here." Adamma obeyed without speaking. Dibia Magbuka closed his eyes. He began praying in ancient Igbo words. The room became completely silent. He sprinkled sacred water around the circle. Then he slowly walked around Adamma 3 times. When he finished, he stopped in front of her. He looked directly into her eyes. "My daughter, have you ever made a secret promise to any man?" "No, Dibia." "Have you ever visited any shrine seeking marriage?" "No." "Have you ever rejected a man because he was poor?" Adamma hesitated. She remembered the many young men she had laughed at. She slowly lowered her head. "Yes." The Dibia nodded.
"Your daughter is not an Ogbanje." Pa Agbo almost fell to his knees in relief. "Thank God," Ogbuagu smiled for the first time that day. But Dibia Magbuka continued, raising his hand. The problem has not ended. Everyone became silent again. What do you mean? Pa Agbo asked. The old Dibia looked at Adamma. Your daughter is innocent of what the village is saying. He paused, but pride has quietly entered her heart. Adamma lowered her eyes. When every good man came to marry you, you judged them by their appearance, their wealth, and their family name. Tears gathered in Adamma's eyes. I only wanted the best life. The best life, the Dibia replied gently, is built on character, not riches. Beauty fades, wealth can disappear, but a good heart remains. Nobody spoke. The words entered Adamma's heart like arrows. Then Dibia Magbuka picked up his staff. I see a road before you. He looked far into the distance as though watching something invisible. If you humble yourself now, peace will still find you. He became quiet. But if you continue to reject every good man because of pride, his voice grew heavy. A day will come when you will search for love, but love will hide from you. A cold silence filled the shrine. Adamma felt tears running down her cheeks. For the first time in her life, fear entered her heart. She did not know that the Dibia's words were not a curse. They were a warning, and only time would reveal whether she would listen.